So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, but it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger I fear in his training.
land on stream during the week. And I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make the buttons and say special goodbye then, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. The weather's crashing at that second. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants a treat. Do you want a treat with the buttons? Do you want a treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. Me too. See you next time.
Greetings and happy Friday all. Happy Friday to you all. I hope you're all doing well and looking forward to the weekend, no doubt. I would say most of you now tonight. I'm getting ready to go out in all fairness, but I'm going to stream anyway. Yep. I've been quite happy to hear the weather was quite poor earlier on in Dublin. Now it's just cleared up straight away. I've been sitting here watching this for the last 20 minutes. There's a big queue taking off runway 16. It's just bizarre, and the weather just slowly changes. It's absolutely bizarre. So welcome everybody. Hope you're all well. I just want to get the YouTube chat up here if I may. And what we're doing here is we're kind of doing the same as we did yesterday, except no, that's not what I wanted at all. Except watching this for the last. There we go. Minutes. That's me. There we go. I'm talking now. Great. Don Finu's Xbox or PC's PC. Same thing, really, isn't it? Don, welcome by the way. Welcome to the madness. We're going to do cold and dark, all the way from our sim brief, all the way to loading the flight plan, etc., etc., etc. Now the aircraft are taking off a different way. Anyway, I was just watching this. It's fantastic. So Don, yeah, welcome. It is PC. Pilot White, can't wait till MK Studios release Dublin version 2. Yes, Pilot White. I was sitting here thinking the same. I saw someone taking off up here. But this is the new runway this side here, you see? And someone was taking off. There is a flightsim.to one, right? I don't know. But I'm waiting for the MK Studios because they're going to have things really cool. Now, Producer Buttons is kicking off, and as you all know, at the beginning of the stream, when I start talking, no matter what I do, I'll just put it on for entertainment purposes here if I can get the camera. She's sitting here making noises, right? That's the I don't know if you can hear them. So I have a treat in my pocket, and that's what she's waiting for. So Producer Buttons, if I give you this treat, Producer Buttons, will you be a good dog? Will you? Good, thank you, Buttons. Rusty Burger Gaming's with us on Twitch as well. Rusty Burger, greetings. Brendan Berry's with us as well. Greetings, Brendan. So, again, now, here's what happened yesterday. We did a short, was it Glasgow to somewhere, Edinburgh, I can't remember. Leeds or something, I don't know. So, it was a very short flight, but we got back, we did the turnaround, we were all fine, and then we came back, and the frames went to 5 frames a second. So I looked it up. I didn't spend an incredible amount of time on it, but it appears I want to try, it might be internet related, it might be the servers related or something like that. So apparently what I'm to do, if that does happen to us on the turnaround, I'm going to pause the sim, come out, switch off multiplayer, right, and then come back into it, then come back out, switch it on in again, and then try and go back in. So hopefully that'll be a fix, and you'll see if that's going to be fixed or not. Now Buttons, you got your treat. You can go over to your bed now, okay, which is over here. You can go over to your bed now and you can relax now for the rest of the stream. Good talk. Now, sorry about that. So welcome everybody, hope you're all doing well. Morning, it's morning time for you, Rusty Burger, I know that, that's right. There's 16 there, taking off, that's where we're departing, 16. He's going in here, so there's traffic coming in both. Yeah, there's a great queue of them. Look, there's a queue down here, look, let me show you. Speed up camera. Look at this now. Let's see. Actually, while we're here, right? There's always a queue here. It's great. There's Ryanair and Aer Lingus. Right? He's going. Right? Now, this guy coming in on final. Right? I'm getting it. Oh, it's doing that thing. I think I might be getting a bit of a code, folks. When it gets choppy like that, it drives me mad. I don't know why it's through. There is a Ryanair coming in. Surprise, surprise. So that traffic sitting here better move. All right? He better go. Is he, you know, he would, I expect him to go now. No, the Ryanair up above is going around. He's going around. So, well done to him. He's going around, he's not taking that. And this guy is he's going to be called into the office. I'm telling you, he's going to be called into the office from Ryanair and said, what's going on? Why did you cause that other aircraft to go around? The aircraft going around, however, where's he gone? He won't be questioned. There's no questions for Takeoffs, I believe, in Ryanair. You know? And then, of course, Aer Lingus just do everything right. And that's why I have the... that's why I'm using the Aer Lingus livery today, folks. Yes. Oh, the door's open. The door's open because something didn't work. Here we go. Great. So, let's get that sorted out, will we? Let's get the door sorted out. Come on. Why would you simulate loading times? Why? Just boom. I've no time for this. I'm streaming now. No messing about. Connect that way, please. Huh. Shall I? Here we go. Here it comes. No. No. Okay. So the jetway isn't responding for some reason. No. Okay. So the jetway's not playing ball. You're probably wondering why I'm not using... I'm not using... That's it did work earlier on. Okay, now he's moving. All will be well. There we go. There we go. The driver at the door probably had a few drinks. It is Friday after all. And we're going to see the little driver. There's a little driver station in there, you know. And he drives it to the aircraft. So there we go. There we got the jetway. Okay. Let's go, shall we? Let's go. Okay, everything says it should be. The wipers are off. Auto brake is set to on by default. On our controls, we're all got our controls. All the engines are switched off. The flaps are in the right position. The spoilers are retracted. And the engine is on normal mode. And the brakes are off. And the gears down and checked. Great. So let's put on some batteries now. Let's see if I can get this going quickly. Some Random Phillips says hello, just stopping by and leaving a like. Thank you, some Random Phillip. Can't stay, unfortunately. Hope the flight goes smoothly. Well, Random Phillip, no worries. I hope you're going to have a good night. You're probably getting ready. Are you getting ready to go out? I'd like to see people getting ready to go out. You know, for the night out. You know. Emergency exit lights. Let's put those on. What? I just don't like those fuel pumps. Probably too early, but look. The crew oxygen supply, put that on as well, just to get us wakened up. Sub light in auto. We put the nav lights on. And let's load our flight plan, shall we? Oh yeah, let's align the IRS or the whatever they call it in the Airbus. ADR. Now I'm switching them off again so it's instant. So we're going to do a quick job. We're going to get this in the air now, right? Unless someone has any questions, and I'll slow down. So I've already done my flight plan. Okay, in SimBrief, and it's the first one you see if you're doing Dublin to Cork along with us. Okay, so it's all good. Here's the flight plan here. I will, as always, put it in the chat there. G Cook Scotland's with us as well. G Cook, welcome. Welcome to you. Just putting them into the chats there, just if you're, you know, curious. Welcome Lonely Reaper as well, as I said to you. I'm afraid I'm not flying tonight, but well, I can barely... Oh, hang on. I just need to move that window a bit so I can read more better. There we go. Where are you, Lonely Reaper? He said, Lonely Reaper says, I'm afraid I'm not flying tonight. I'm not well and can barely concentrate. Yes, Lonely Reaper, I'm kind of the same. It's slow. I took 2 Sofidine. I never take Sofidine. I think I'm coming down with something as well. So... we're gonna keep the streams going. The show must continue, folks, until I'm really screwed, you know. We will keep going, and we will keep doing it until we get it right. I'm gonna write that down though. That flight plan, okay. I notice around the town and everywhere, no one's wearing any masks. You need to get into the habit of doing that. I hate to say it. So we're departing runway 16 from Dublin. Our SID is Oscar Lima, Oscar November, Oscar 4 Mike. And our arrival into Cork is runway 16. And it's Tango India Sierra Mike Oscar 1 Romeo. These are arriving at Cork. Our altitude 20,000 feet. Flight level 200. Great. I'll just read the comments as they come in here. In the everlasting words of the Queen, the show must go on. Of Queen. Yes, of course. Yeah, it's starting up. I can feel it. GQ Scotland, do you think you found a solution for the laggy long flights? I seen your post on Discord, but the link had such lots of content that I'm sure... Sorry, I'm not reading that right. That I'm not sure if there was any solution or not. Exactly, GQ Scotland. I'm not too sure either. So what we're going to do today... We're going to do the turnaround, okay? If the producer behaves herself, I'm going to be very slow because I'm not the best. So what I'm going to try is, one solution was that it might be internet related to the servers, and it's not loading the scenery. It's having problems loading the weather, I think. Right. So what we're going to do is, if that happens again, we're going to pause the sim. Right. We're going to pause it. We're going to come out into the main menu, disable online. Right, we're going to come back out again, load it up, then we're going to come back into the internet, add it again, and see if that works. So at the end of the stream, we'll see if that works. How about that? Now, I bet you, right, G-Cook, right, I bet you that it'll all be fine. So, knowing that we're going to try and catch the air, the problem. So we're going to give it a lash. I produce the buttons. If you go in here now, please. Good talk. So there we go. Now, where was I? Flight plan. Let's get the flight plan loaded, folks. Let's go to it. So keep an eye. Mr. Rainbow Stuff Coffee says, so I tried the update Microsoft Flight Simulator. This got an error and had to reinstall the Flight Simulator. Well, 2 more weeks and it should be installed. Oh, I know. It's a tough one. There is no update though. Maybe you decided, I don't know. I thought there was no update for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Flight number 1 we put in. Contest, we'll do Ryanair 3. And the crew level is flight 200. Flight level 200, it's 20,000 feet. Great. Let's get rid of those messages down below. Let's go and get a mass balance. Let's load up the airplane.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask
I have to go to my flight, sorry.
Seatbelts and stow your loud babies in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that you are seat and table ties are in your upright position for takeoff.
55.7. I rendered up.
Devices,
29.1.
55.7. Sexual implements are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amounts of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicated levels are high. For these of you who are feeling unruly.
G-Cook Scotland says, I'm 1 hour into a 6-hour flight. So I hope the settings I've changed have solved the issue of it would be abandoned for sure. Well, oh yeah, try the internet, going out into the main menu. Pause it automatically, switch off internet, switch it back on again, and all that kind of stuff as I said. Confirming block, that's good. Let's go performance for departure. 29.1, yep. Let's go to departure. Come on. Now, while I'm doing this, right, wouldn't it be wise to have the APU running so I can kick stuff off and things? So that's what's happening there. Great. Get the aircraft to work for you, We are departing runway 16. Surface is dry, unfortunately. I like the rain in the sim. Flaps. Force toga, yes. It's going to insist you have toga. Anti-ice off packs are going to be on. Boom. The weather. No pressure today. 998 hectopascals. 122, 140. 140. 140. And 140. I'm getting too hot now. I'm getting too hot. Then too cold, Flaps was 1, down 4. Let me just check that. No, up 5. .5. Up point is 0.5. Quite a lot there. Oh, I put some fuel on. Up 0.5. Just double check that, you know. Good. And no flex temp because we're going full toga power today. And I'm going to remind myself to press the button. There's a button. Oh, there isn't. I think that's a button on the side for toga. I'm going to try it anyway on the controller. Isn't this one here? Hopefully that will work. Great. Okay, so that's that. So let's check our flight plan. Our departure from Dublin is we are taking off 16. And OLO I'm looking for. OLO November 04 Mike. Okay, it's just dropped to 04. That's fine. It always does that. And our arrival. We're arriving to runway 16, which is an ILS. Happy days. Kima. What? And our arrival is Tismore. Okay, it dropped the O. Tango India Sierra Mike 1 Romeo. That's it. And that's the first flight for the whole thing. There you go. Oh, the sun's come out a little bit there in Dublin. Look. You know. Great, happy days. Let's check that then, shall we? I think we should. Let's go to plan. Let's go to 10 miles out. Let's go to the beginning of the flight plan. And I don't know where that's. Where do you think you're going? Now they're dropping straight out. Great. Boom, boom to Cork. It's gonna be a quick flight. I gotta be on my best behaviour. And is it coming straight in from there to Cork? Come on. Yeah. That looks good. That's correct. Great. Happy days. I'm pleased with that. We'll go with that and we'll fix it on the way if something breaks. And that will give us an opportunity to learn something new on the fly. 10, back to ARC. Great. Q and H. Hit the P button. I love it. 9 or 9 or 9 or 9 or 9 or 9 or. I know it's at 9 or 9 or 8, but it's a half. A little bit of delay from the real weather. That's fine. 30 feet. It's going to be a visual. Let's get our flight instruments sorted out here. Let's have a look at the chat. Lonely Reaper says, hey Grip, what mic are you using? Good question, actually. This is the Shure, S-H-U-R-E. Oh, I can't see anymore. I think it's 8 or SM78, right? I got it in Thoman. Does it sound good? I hope it sounds good, does it? This is the one that Michael Jackson used to use. They all use this. You see Joe Rogan and all the big guys using these. They're not mentally expensive either. For a mic, they're expensive. But I hope you asked that question because it sounds good. I hope so. It's very important to have it really close up to your mouth. See how much better it sounds there now. Doesn't it sound better? Whereas if I'm back here, it's not so good. So you got to be really up close to it. That's why you'll see me moving the mic all the time. So I hope it sounds good. Captain White, greetings, welcome to you. Captain White, first time chat. He says, is this VATSIM? No, actually, I got to get time to myself and do it my own VATSIM. I want to do it my own a few times. I don't want to embarrass myself for the stream. At least, not more than usual, you know. He says, I asked because I'm thinking of streaming and I need a good mic. Well, this is the best one you can get. I did my research. It's only my research. Thoman, their German company, they're brilliant. I got this, I ordered it. I ordered like at 1 o'clock on a Tuesday, and I got it Wednesday evening. Now, that was luck probably, but Thoman are very trustworthy. I like them. Good German, solid German company, you know. Thoman is the company I got it from. So it's a Shure. You can get a lot cheaper ones as well. They're not... You see, it's what's the term? Buttons. But they're good. The more you spend on a mic, the less you get, if you know what I mean. Rude the Great's with us. He says, just look like it just looks like oh, what's in here? What's all this then? Rudin says. I said it looks like a U-47. I think you were talking to someone else, don't know. Hopefully that's not my plane. Pup is camera shy today, Rusty Burger says. Yeah, Juicy Buttons is going crazy here now. I should be moving faster, is what she's really saying there, you know. I've got a checklist out here. I'm just a bit slow. I feel like it's coming on. Yesterday was a bit dodgy, today a bit more dodgy. Tomorrow I don't know what to expect. Okay, so the flight plan is good. Great. Okay, stop flipping around, Gripper Sim. Let's get everything set up here. Let's get some light, John. Let's get the overhead. Let's get the dome lights to at least dim. Let's get some lights on down here. And as time goes on, I'm using the checklist less and less. Not necessarily a good thing, is it? No, we'll leave that. We'll just wait. Just take it easy. Park and brake, yeah. External switches, external power, IDRS, yeah. Panel. I'm just going to the checklist very quickly now. If lights are on already, and the tail. The panel lights have done that. Landing gear lever, yeah. Transponder, yeah. Beacon light is on. Let's put the beacon light on now. Let's put the safety belts on. So we know the passenger here. And let's put the beacon light on. Emergency lights are already armed. FMC is complete. Doors closed, locked. Let's get rid of all the stuff and things, and let's get backtrack. Push back and get out of here. Let's get out of here. Boom. Ground surfaces. I'm getting hot now again. I'm going to have to take this off. Chocks and cones. Ground power unit off. Yeah, because we got the APU on. And let's get the APU bleed on. No, that's the generator, Gripper Sim, you fool. See, I kicked myself too much. I know. Don't look before you press. Sorry, producer buttons. I know it's out of order. APU's on. APU bleed is on. APU generator is on already. Thrust levers out. Yeah, engineering clear. Fuel pump switches on. They are already. I've done that and I put the oxygen on as well. And let's start the engines. Get the pushback going. Okay, Mr. Pushback. I know you're messy as hell. Let's at least connect the tug. Parks and brakes still on. Gates are away. We should be clear of any obstacles and stuff and things. Oh, great. My batteries for my Xbox controller have gone again, so I'm going to have to step out for 2 seconds. I've ordered... see, I'm going to tell you about that now because it's absolutely crazy. I'm going to get some batteries for my Xbox controller. Interruptions. Trying to fine-tune the sim. They're battery buttons. You cannot eat those. Sorry, the camera removed there entirely, folks. These are battery buttons. You cannot eat a battery. No, that's not good. Now go away. Good job. Please remove yourself from the studio buttons. So, these batteries. Now, I only stream, what, 2 hours? A couple of hours now and again, okay? I'm going to put those in my pocket in case buttons gets on those batteries. It's not like I'm using the Xbox controller all the time. I just use it when I'm streaming, okay, for the views. The batteries aren't lasting long at all in any way, shape or form, so I had to get an Xbox controller with a rechargeable thing in it, you know, because it's costing me a fortune with all these batteries. And every week, it's usually Mondays. These last a little bit longer for some reason. No, they're in the wrong way because I didn't pay attention. Is that the right way? Yes, it is. So, you know, I don't know why they designed the Xbox controller here with just the batteries, and it's connected, as you can see. Can you see that? With a lead, and it should recharge. But they skip out. There we go. Now we're back where we. See, yeah, these little things you got to fix in the stream. All these little details save time, you know. So it's cleared up a good bit here now in Dublin. There's another aircraft taking off. We're going to join the queue. I hope there is a queue. I like that. So it's busy. It's doing, that traffic is really, really good. Is that nice and smoothly on? Yes, it is. Okay, let's get the pushback go, folks. Lonely Reaper says, I also use a plug-in Xbox controller, but does it have to recharge my batteries? You know? That's the thing. You need the batteries. And also, Lonely Reaper, how do I zoom with it? I'll have to sit down one day. There's so much to do. So much to be done, folks. You know? Okay, let's backtrack. I want the nose. Okay, let's have a think about this, right? Let's just slow down and be cool. Let's chill. Let's chill. Keep that close up there, like I said earlier on, isn't it? See, I have a tendency of talking very quietly, you know? And if I don't have the mic close enough, it does sound like I'm mumbling. And the Irish actually tend to lower their voice. So like, if you're talking about someone else, and there's only 2 of you in the room, and definitely no one can hear you, you know, if you're going to talk about someone else, you kind of go, now, I'll tell you what Jim did there the other day, right? And no one can hear you. It's that little thing that Irish do. So we want to go back right up here. We're going to come on to the links there to maybe Foxtrot 3 up to link 4, link 5, and up there and across. I think we'll come off early here. No, that's the runway. Oh no, this runway is now unusable, isn't it? No, that's 1634. So we're going to have to go up here somehow. You know, how are we going to get to here though? We can't go on to the runway. And I don't see any link here. I don't know what's going on. We'll find out as we taxi and then we'll panic. But let's not panic now. So we're going to go 16. Oh, here we go. I don't know. There must be a joining area here somewhere. If not, we'll just go onto the grass. Okay. Let's stop talking. G-Cook Scotland says, it's basically an Xbox 360 controller. No batteries, no wireless at all. Yeah. Ruben the Great, my Xbox got the red circle of death. I gave away the whole thing and all the games. I kept the one wired controller. Is that the older Xbox that had the circle of death, didn't it? The red circle of death. Lonely Reaper says, I'm the same. I'm not Irish, but I do that as well. Well, I'm part Irish, but that's not the point. Well, maybe it's not an Irish thing then. It would make sense not to be an Irish thing. I just said that because I didn't know what else to say. Let's start the pushback brakes off. Let's start the engines as well. Engine number 2 first, please. APU bleed better be on. APU bleed is on. Now let's kick off engine number 2. All good. It's kicking off. It's making things happen. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, because I haven't really been going through the checklist, right? I haven't quite using the checklist as I should. There may be something out of sync there. So let's look away. Nothing happened. Everything's fine. Okay, let's do that again. So engine number 2. Ignition start. And engine number 2. There we go. Now we have engine 1 kicking off there. Oh, good God. Where am I? It's still pushing me back. Okay. Let's turn a little bit. Oh. And then we'll go up this way. It was foggy here in Dublin. It was foggy. It was awful, and it didn't make a good thumbnail. And it was raining, and now it's just clear. That's Irish weather for you, folks. Well, it's not just Irish weather; it's UK weather as well. It's all the same, really, isn't it? Stop the pushback, please. Thank you. Disconnect the truck. Let's do some taxi lights. When we turn off lights are on, taxi lights are on. They're off. Beacon is already on. Strobe, good. Nav lights, wing light, we'll leave that one. Put those on for shits and giggles. APU bleed is still on. Are the engines both running? We have, let's put on engine number 1, the left engine. And get that engine started. All looks good and all looks green. Ruben the Great says, I still use my Xbox controller to this day for the laptop. He says it's a keeper. It is a keeper. Xbox controllers. In the military, they have these simulators and they're using the Xbox controllers. You know, they're very good. They really are. Lonely Reaper says, I'm a weird mix of lots of things. Scottish, Irish, German and Mongolian. Oh, cool. Did you do the whole genetic thing. That'd be interesting. I haven't done that, but there is Spanish. There is Spanish. Some of my relatives have been in the past very, very dark. Very, very dark. My uncles, and they look Spanish. I do not look Spanish. You know, I may have the Spanish anger. I have the Spanish anger. Right? I do have the Spanish anger. That's one while I'm there, and it's around that while I'm there. And what happens is if you go to Ireland, if you go to Cork especially, a lot of Irish people are all over. They're very, it's like Spanish, right? In the story, but they don't like the bad weather. What happened here? It's all good. What happened is Spanish Armada, right? We're coming over to get Lizzie. They were after Lizzie. Lizzie, was it Lizzie the First? Arming the brakes just before I taxi, so I don't have to worry about it. And let's get the parking brake off, and let's get out of here. Parking brake off, and let's move. So they're after Lizzie, Elizabeth First, you know, and the British weren't too pleased because they were screwed. They thought they were, you know, in a bit of trouble. You know, Spanish Armada coming to get Lizzie. She was having none of it. She put her armour on, apparently. You know, because that's what you do in those times. She was a Tudor, no? Henry VIII's daughter, isn't it? Henry VIII, with all the wives. You know? I know, it's drama. They're a very dramatic family, the Tudors. Anyway, they were coming to get the Tudors. The Spanish weren't happy and had a massive fleet to invade Britain. Or England. England, Britain, is that not the same thing? And they were furious. So the British thought, oh God, you know, just get what we can. We'll send some of the boats out, you know. They had a different type of fleet. They were more manoeuvrable, whereas the Spanish had big galleons with big guns and big heavy stuff, and they couldn't move, so the British can move. And not only that, but wasn't it a storm as well? There was a storm that broke up the Spanish fleet. And they ended up in Cork. Most of them got stranded in Cork. They were like, oh, screw this. They thought to themselves, and they said, oh, God, these Irish girls are pretty. That's what they said. These are we're not leaving, you know, the ones that landed off Cork. We're staying here. We're not going back to war. Not into this. Cork's pretty cool. They thought Cork was great. So they hitched up with all the Irish girls. So you've got a lot of very dark people on the west coast of Ireland. That is why I'm 1/10 Spanish or something like that. I don't know. There you go. Did you like that story? I love this queue. Look at this old Ryanair and stuff and things. Go for runway 16, folks. Isn't that cool? Flight directors are both armed. Autopilot is all good. Autopilot will come out automatically. No warning signs. No crazy madness. Let's hit the take. Hey, they're so arrogant, Ryanair. Look at him. Oh, I just butt in there. He wouldn't even stop. He just butted in. Did you see that? Arrogance. Unclassy Ryanair. You've no class. They have no finesse. You know, the only Aer Lingus in the group, look, that has any class. They've got a bit of class. These guys, you know, no class. Just got right in front of me. You know, there's another Ryanair. Another Ryanair. Yeah. Another Ryanair. That's what you get when you pay feck all for your tickets. I'm very chatty. She Cooks Scotland says. History lessons, that's nice. Lonely Reaper says, my grandfather had olive skin of the Italians. Great. G Cook Scotland says the entertainment is endless. Well, what would have happened if there was no storm? Right? Now, the British Navy has always been top notch. They dropped the ball in the last century, alright. Yeah. Which is, I don't know what they're thinking. Now the Americans have taken over. Now we're all screwed. So yeah, they had a great navy. They really concentrated on their own navy because they had stuff all over the shop. They conquered all the world, you know, really, didn't they? They just couldn't hold on to Ireland. It's a big problem for them. They couldn't. They couldn't. Well, they did, but they didn't in a way, and it was just a pain in the hole. I feel bad for them, you know, because they just got pummeled. I'm going to that thing, like, it's a long time ago now. People were different back then. You see, some people get very upset. They go, you did this to us, they'll say. But they were different people back then, you see. All those people are long dead. Do you know? Oh, long dead. Times were different. People thought differently. I don't know what what airline he thinks he is. Right, probably some private guy with loads of money. Do you know, I must be getting a fever because I'm very chatty. Go on, Ryanair. They're just causing a queue now. They're just causing a problem. My Ryanair livery's on FSLTL. The Ryanair text looks very big. I wouldn't have noticed, actually. I wouldn't have noticed. Clappy D says recorder, thank you. Yorkshire man, though, Ian Bevington, through and through. Yeah, Yorkshire's deadly. I love the Yorkshire accent, Ian. You know, I'm not going to try and fake it now. Reading the Great was talking about the Xbox. I just want to make sure I don't miss any if I can help it. Recorder, thank you, Clappy D. Let's get that recorder going. What would we do without Clappy D? Is that following the checklist? Now, after takeoff, I said, didn't I? I said I'd be quiet after takeoff. Right. Concentrate. Recorder is on. Clappy D, thank you very much. So, if we do the 2 trips, we'll wait till the end of the stream to do the replays, okay? So there goes Ryanair. They've, like the British Navy, have now taken over the world. Ryanair, if you think about it, but it's in the air. Do you know? Are they the biggest airline in Europe? I think you should add the recorder to the checklist. I actually have. I'm not using it. I'm too tired. I kind of got the slight kind of headache and that kind of sleepiness and the kind of lethargic kind of feeling. Do you know? This is cool. We haven't had a queue like this, you know, and it just adds to the realism, doesn't it? Let's see who else is with us. Ian is with us. There goes Ryanair. I better move on. Don't want to hold Ian up. So, before you actually take off, isn't it 3 minutes in real world, of course? They haven't put in wake turbulence yet in the simulator. They said they were going to do it, and they haven't done it, so I don't know what's going on there. But you've got to wait 3 minutes. Or some amount of time. Here comes one coming in. Here comes Big Captain coming in the 7-3M. He's doing his approach. We're going to wait for him. Thank you, Clappy D. He's just saying, if you enjoy the stream, consider subscribing. Do, and hit the like button, folks. I have to keep saying that now because if you don't, they say if you don't advertise yourself on these channels, now it is a hobby. I understand it's a hobby for me, really. But you've got to shout out there sometimes, don't you? Thank you, Clappy D. Lonely Ripper says, I think the wait time is 3 to 5 minutes depending on the plane in front of you and the size of your plane. Yeah, I think it's pretty much sure 3 minutes. This guy now is he gonna, what's he flying here? Something very small. Big Captain. He's going over. Is he going around? No, I'm moving forward. Obviously, I don't have that model of aircraft. That's what's showing a small little airplane. So now, where do I get that airplane? And is it free? Do I have to pay for it? I'm sure Microsoft... you see, I can't do that because we all know Microsoft's going to fix that one day, you know? Microsoft is going to fix that. Microsoft is going to fix all that. We know that. They'll get around to it. Okay, let's line up here and wait. Now, if I had some buttons... Okay, I'm not going to murder myself. It's not a real airplane, is it? I would like to, as I'm entering the runway, just to put on the TCAS. I'm just putting a TA there so it doesn't interfere with anything. 10 flaps. Spoilers are armed. Auto brakes are on max. Takeoff config. Take prediction wind shear and the radar. Boom. Boom. A bit of few lights. And let's not wait 3 minutes, because we all know it doesn't have any wake turbulence. Okay, so 50%. We're doing a full talk. I said I press the buttons in the controller, so I'm going to press the buttons. No, I have to put them on. Okay, full power. Nice and smoothly. Talk apart, set. Forward on the stick. Cluttering down. We've got 80 knots. 100 knots. P1. Rotate nice and gently. Well, up you can, come on. It's not too much or too little. Positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot 1. Feet off the floor, off the pedals. Don't know if I like that. No, I don't know if I autopilot off. I don't know if I like it going down like that. So it kind of flops up. I don't know about that, folks. It kind of went to descend, so that's an issue there. So let's give it out about there. Let's do a manual. Oh yeah, look, I mean, let me see what happened there. See what happened there, folks. You see, big problems. I haven't done that before. Autopilot back on. See how dangerous it is not to use the checklist there. But I took over. Back to climb now. I've broken all the speed limits. Let's just not look at that for the moment. Let's have a look at Dublin. That's what I was. Don't get choppy on me now, computer. Do not dare. Orbex Dublin, folks. I just thought I'd have a look. You can see the chimney stacks here. It's as good as I thought it would be for the money. I think even the ship moves, and it's got the pigeon house chimneys, which is a nice marker for flying. So I messed up there, and I'll tell you what I did there, right? I didn't set the altitude, the initial altitude. So as a result, there was a delay there. Let's switch to standard. So, but not the end of the world. We're slowing down now. Apologies to air traffic control. Thankfully, we're not on VATSIM. Okay, so let's disarm the brakes. Brakes are now disarmed, and the spoilers are disarmed. Flaps are up, gears up. No lights. Lights. Get them off, and you off. I would have switched off the APU there earlier on, of course. With the checklist, I just didn't follow it. Hit the stitch. Oh, just in that mood today, folks. So we're up to our constraint here. We're slowing down, it's leveling off, and we're all good for now. So I'm happy with everything as it goes. Great. So yeah, we went very fast. We're now 250 knots. That's what happens. You don't follow the checklist. Look at that. Right, we're going down the coast first. There's Dunleary there behind us. So I know where I am. We're going to pass over Newcastle Airfield, incidentally. It's just where I fly from. One of the places I fly from. You won't see it today. It's done that again. Sorry, folks. Stop doing that, Flight Sim. I don't know why it does that. Altimeter, yeah, I've set that. Thank you, Flying Miji. Thank you, John C. Just stop by to leave a like. Thanks a million, John C. Lonely Reaper saying hi. How are you all on YouTube? Albaran Channel 2. Can I add you? Yes. What you do, Albaran, if I pronounced your name, you can join us anytime. It's free. There's no paywall. You were always on the North European server. Right, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6 o'clock Irish UK time local, and on Sunday, which is Crazy Sunday, at 9 o'clock Irish time UK local, but in the evening, 9 o'clock in the evening. You can join us. So you can friend me in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just look up Gripper Sim and send a friend request. I'll accept it. And you'll see us. Oh, you'll see the title where we're going to. Just spawn there. Follow along. Of course you can. You're very welcome. Alburn. And in fact, right, let me get you an invite for the Discord. Discord. It's free again. It's very, because we're kind of learning. I'm learning the Airbus wheelie, and as you can see, it's interesting. It's good fun, you know. Invite people. We'll get that. Copy. Good. Now, Alburn. Here's an invite for the Discord. Okay. Anyone can use that. It's free. It's great for support. Any help, any queries, you know. What sceneries you want to get. Everyone's very chatty on it. I'm not on it as much as I'd like to be because I'm here now doing this. He says, how are you called in the game? Gripper Sim. Now, don't send an Xbox request. Make sure it's the actual Flight Simulator request because I don't play Xbox. Although I do have an account. I don't really play Xbox that much. So passing 17,000 feet for 20,000 feet. I'm going to get straight to 16,000 feet and let's get ready for approach, shall we? Because it's going to be a quick flight. Look at this. Yeah, I know I put the speed limit. I'm in trouble. Let's just get the weather in here first while I'm here, okay? So QNH in Cork is. Give me my flight, please. Arriving at Cork. It's 9 or 9 or 7 is the QNH. So Cork weather. EICK is the ICAO identifier for Cork. It was issued on the 6th, which is today at 18:30 Zulu. The wind is 190 to 80 knots, gusting 29. Oh, bugger. The forward visibility is 500 metres only. Light rain, scattered clouds at 200 feet, broken at 300 feet. Temperature 10, dew point 10. Oh, we're going to have bad visibility coming in here. As I said, QNH 9 or 9 or 7. Temporarily, the forward visibility will be 2,000. Oh, God. So, 9 or 9 or 7. I'm going to put it in here as well. 9 or 9 or 7. 9 or 9 or 7. And 9 or 9 or 7. Now the temperature. I just said it, I know. 10. The dew point's 10. Oh God, if there's a crosswind here, I'm going to be in trouble because of what happened yesterday. Crosswinds don't work well on Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'll tell you that right now. 190 at 18. 190 at 18. Transition 5,000 feet. Let's get our minimums in here. I've got to be quick here. I'll get back to the comments now in a second. Boom. Echo India Charlie Kilo. Boom. We are coming to approach. We're coming to runway. Runway 16. Please have an ILS 16. Yes, I do. Boom. Does it have Cat 3? Cat 2? Mm-hmm. Okay, Cat 2, runway 16, ILS 109.9 and approach course is 1364. So the minimums here is 122 feet. We're category C. So the runway, interesting, 100 feet above only. Wow. Okay, 122 on the RA radio. Don't know. It's on the radio. No, 122 feet. Alburn says, Alburn Channel 2 says, is that plane free and what's your username? Well, my username is Gripper Sim. Should be on the sim. Right. Just look up Gripper Sim as the channel name. And you'll find me there. You don't have to friend me though for it to work at all. It's just so you can see me flying around. 122. Let's review that later. 122 on the Barrow. I have to go from there, but there you go. Okay, so that's our approach done. This thing here, the callouts I want, sim settings. Let's switch the cabin lights off. Airline information. Oh, it's all good. It did save it. Okay, great. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. We have... Let's go to flight plan. Let's go to RadNav actually check that out. ILS is 109.9. Yes, it is. And 162, incidentally. So that's 2 degrees out. I don't know why. Oh, I have to update the Navigraph data, but that's not going to be too much of a problem. Ground speed selected. Deselect. GS, I don't know what that is yet. 16,000 feet now. We've got a flight plan. 100 miles to go. We're at 16,000 feet, so 16. Hang on. I don't want to be at 16,000 feet. Is that a... Oh, that's constraint. So we're going to 20,000 feet. So that's 60 miles out. We got to descend. So 60 miles out roughly. We got to descend. We're 99 miles out now at the moment as the crow flies. Let's just... we should have switched these off here. Oh, come on. Oh, great. Safety belt signs off. You can walk around now, folks. We're in a short cruise. No icing required. The temperature and dew point was 10, wasn't it? In Cork.
Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use while left in queue now to defecate.
So, might be a bit icy up here. Let's put it on. We put it on before we come down, will we? Put on the ice before we come down. Let's have a look at the chat. Sorry, I've been ignoring Twitch there for a little bit, haven't I? Oh wow, why didn't I get a bing bing? It works sometimes. Flying Midgie, forgive me. Forgive me for your generosity, for my ignorance. To thank you very much. Flying Midgie has been a long time viewer of the channel. He's gifted a tier, a sub 1 tier to Neuralac. Neuralac, welcome. Where's Neuralac? Are you on the chat there? Neuralac, you got a gifted tier 1 there. Do thank him. Do thank him. Flying Midgie, you are a star. He's also telling me back under standard here, grip. Back under standard barrow. Have I not put a standard? I have. Yeah, I did. I was late, wasn't I? It says your numerator just except. You don't need it. It's gripper sim and oh, it's gripper sim one word. There you go. No, sorry. No, gripper sim one word. I've just stuffed. There you go. One word. That's what's happening, Alburn. Try it now. It's one word. Let me just check for you because... Sorry, I'm going to pause it now for a sec. Because you might have to do this to turn around anyway. Ian Bev wants to be a friend, so you accept there. And accept there. And you see here, gripper sim, one word. There you go. There you go. There you go. So at least you can see me when I'm flying around, you know. You may see me floating around sometimes if I get to make videos again, which I will. You know, you see me floating around. Sometimes I'm making a video. It's funny. When I was making videos, and I will be making them in the future at some point when I get the time, I'll be making a video and everything's fine. Someone keeps whooshing around me all the time, and it's they can see me like saying hello. Effectively, it's funny. Yeah, just send the request there. Grip someone word. That's my fault for not telling you that, to be honest with you. So, Flying Midgie, thank you very much. That is very generous of you. You've it says here, Flying Midgie has gifted a 1 tier 1 sub to Gripper Sims community. They've gifted a total, wow, of 12 on the channel. Wow, Flying Midgie, you're very generous to everybody. Alburn says ready. Does that mean it's good? You're all happy? Let's give the cruise checklist. Let's do the crime and cruise checklist, which I haven't done. Right? Because I'm so busy chatting. Now remember, when I am 20 miles out, I'm going to be quiet. Well, I'm going to talk about what I'm doing, so I won't be able to look at the chat. But I think you all know that anyway, because it's going to be busy. Ian Bevington, thank you very much. Ian has become to First Lieutenant as a member on YouTube. Ian, thank you very much. And I'm trying. What's going on with the alert box here? It's not giving us anything. You know, it's looking for the alert. Click here. I don't know what's going on with the alert box. It is just not on. Alert box, browser settings. I'll have to spend some time on that, folks. It should be going bing, bing, bing. You know, So usually at the end of the stream, I accept all the frame requests. Just be aware of that. There you go. At the end of the stream, I'll do them. But since everyone's putting it in, I'll do it now. Accept the request. I just did there. Albert, let me know if that works for you. Ian, thank you so much. Ian Bedington has been with us for quite some time. That's great. It's the members. It's the members and subscribers. Like the members on YouTube and the subscribers on Twitch. They keep the channel going. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Just going to endlessly do it. Because one day it'd be nice to, you know, be very experienced in these jets. And I've got to learn one more new thing today. So be a very sim experienced, well experienced, so I can teach others how to use it. So I'd like to make videos of what's this button for? You know, how do I do this? How do I start the engines? How do I, you know, all these little videos that are informational for people, and do some of those, have a bit of humour in them, of course, and get back to the videos at some point. I don't know if that's when it's going to happen, but it'd be nice to do that with a large audience, because with a small audience, it's the time. It used to, you know, the videos I make, it takes 3 full days. I'm talking 3 full days from 9 in the morning till 7 or 8 at night. 10-minute video. Yeah. It's all about the details and the eye candy. I can't help but do the eye candy. So I'd like to get back to that, but the time in that, it's just not worth doing it. Do you know, it's nobody's fault. But a big audience, it would be worth my while doing it. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to do it anyway. But now it's streaming now, so I think my strategy is to get to know the Airbus first. Then I get on to 737. Done a little bit of 737 here and there. But it was Raptor X. Raptor X sent me an email there. Raptor, thank you very much. I haven't replied to you yet, but he's talked about the 737 and the procedures. He knows an awful lot about it, and I'm going, there's an awful lot to this. I really should get to know the Airbus first. Like a lot, do you know? A lot more than I do now. And what's happened is my learning curve, as you know, I've all learned on stream. My learning curve was like this at the beginning, and now it's kind of gone like this. It's kind of tapered off, so I've got to spend some time outside of the stream to learn more about it. Do you know? So what I say, 60 miles out, we're going to descend. We're 63 miles out. We're coming up to, see, we're at 20,000 feet, great. So we're coming up to 10 miles. So I'm a little bit out. So it's 62 miles to go now. So we'll be 7 miles out with my calculation of multiplying the height by 3 as to intercept. So that'll be fine. Let's just check our approach, folks, will we? Okay, let's look ahead and think about this. What's next? Okay, next is I'm going to descend to the altitude. I'm guessing 2,000 feet here. Let's have a look. Enough. 3,000 feet. Okay, great. Okay, so 3,000 feet to intercept the ILS. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this down to 3,000 feet, which is boom. And at 3,000 feet then, when this arrow here, that's when I start to descend. I won't do it automatically. When it just gets about here, I'll push that button in and we start to descend to 3,000 feet. It's in managed mode. Right. Then I'll come down to 10,000 feet. And at 10,000 feet, in my checklist, copy D, yeah? In my checklist, it has, I turn on the lights, the landing lights, smoking lights and safety belts on, activate approach mode, and that is to say activate approach mode down here in the performance, because it'll come there, it's there, see? Otherwise I'm not going to slow down. So behind this, when I press this, what happens? I know it slows the aircraft down, but a whole load of other things happen. You see, that's where I'm at. I'm scratching the surface, do you know? So let's descend here. It's coming up now. Let's descend and boom, push it in. See the little dot there? Approach mode. And if I go to flight plan here, let's go to performance here. I won't do that until we're at 10,000 feet. Let's see, activate the approach mode. Now, as to the ILS approach mode here for the automatic ILS capture, I can do that quite far out. I don't have to wait till half scale. I had it in my head I had to be half scale. It doesn't. When I say half scale, oh, I can't really show you here what this. I think most of you know what I mean, but half scale is in the little dots. The localizer and the glide slope. You can see that coming up. So we're on profile, we're nice and slow, all is good, happy. We're on descending now, so peeps can, you know, put on the safety belts now, but there's no need. So we're going to go through some clouds though. Oh, I haven't even hopped outside, folks, because it's such a short trip. I'm going to go back to Dublin. Now beware, I want you to beware. Okay, I hope this is fixed. Let me just silence up here a little bit. Beware that in the past coming into Dublin has crashed the system for a lot of people, so I don't want you to be disappointed if the system crashes. Unfortunately I'll have to end the stream because I can't go to Dublin from Cork, so I have to take that as a risk. That may happen, hopefully not, you know. Hopefully not. Who's following us there? That must be just traffic there. I'll get rid of my face for the moment. Get rid of my face. Just for now. And so I can have my beverage. It's Ribena, you know. Declutter. I know the boys are around, but I can't see their tags. So yeah, my strategy now, I'm thinking again, is just to I mean, Raptor X is making way too many points, but I haven't got the time to learn. And you know, I've got to make it. I've got to start reading some stuff, folks. Do you know? But I think I should get to know the Airbus, because the A380 is coming out, and you know, there's a lot of new stuff going out. Then I got onto the Boeing jets, but I will do the Boeing jets from time to time for shits and giggles. Do you know? Now, the standard I'm at now is okay for streaming, right? And that way, getting from A to B. I know I'm not taking the checklist seriously. I've no flows or anything like that. It's only me. That's good. Let's have a look at the chat there now. Thank you so much, Ian. I really appreciate that. It does make my day when you all subscribe and super chat and you know, become members and. We are 15,000 feet now. Did I switch off the belts? No, I said I wouldn't yet. I'm going to do it now. Let's decrease my load. You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach course. We ask that you take your seat to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more reinforcements. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures fair into the future. Thank you.
And control shift. That is so Irish weather, that is. That is real Irish weather. So let's put on some icing. Pro pace is auto. Stop should be on actually. I think. All good, all good, all good. Set checklist. Safety belt signs on. Yep. Radios are set. Yeah, I checked them. Speed established to 10 knots. A little bit faster than that for some reason managed. Landing lights. That's 10,000 feet. Put them on now. Taxi lights on. Ground spoilers arm. And auto brake for the trajectory takeoff. Now, I have to remember as well, by the way. It'll only go to medium for some reason of the auto brake and landing. Good. Now this may take us too high, I don't know. Well, if it does, we go around. 20 miles. Oh, that's okay. 11,000 miles, excuse me. So, it's a nice approach. So 6,000 feet from here to here. Is that too steep a glide path, by the way? You know? Oh, it's 3,000 feet. So, yeah, we're okay. We're good. Looks good to me. Everything looks fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. Into the clouds we go. Valstorm's with us. Evening, Valstorm. Evening to you. Ian Bevington says you're welcome. He's referring to me thanking you for becoming First Lieutenant, a member on YouTube. He says you're welcome. Really enjoy the streams. Oh, great, Ian. I'm glad you do. I'm always open, as you're a member, to open to suggestions to the stream. You know, don't think that if you think, yeah, I could do this a little bit better, Gripper Simp, you know, give me a hint. Sometimes I can't do anything about it, sometimes I can. But if you think everybody well, first, everyone, by the way, don't think that you're insulting me in any way. If you kind of go, you know, you could do this a little bit better, you know, turn up your voice, maybe a bit of music on the long cruises, or, you know, things like that. Just read the past comments here. Yeah, the Vision Jet, that is... I'm not getting your tags, guys. I can see one there. I can see the Vision Jet. And I'll leave the tags on for a minute, okay? There's a rainbow behind us. And remind yourself, let's go into the cockpit now. We're 8,000 feet now. Okay, so that's our 10 for the lights and activating approach mode. So I'm going to talk about the comms now when I get down. Let's go to Prague. No, performance, you fool. Activate approach phase. There we go. I haven't done that many times, so 10,000 feet is my thing for that. Activating approach phase is on. Landing lights are on. We got all the wing anti-ice stuff on. We're not going to get any icing down here. It's +7. We're at 7,000 feet, so well, it's still an icing area. We leave them on for the moment. Leave it on for the moment. We've armed the speed brake. We are going to arm the LS button. We're 14.1 miles out. That is the correct identifier here. And 109.9 for the ILS, and at 13.9 miles out. 6,800 feet. We're on profile. We're on speed, it looks like to me as well. And that is the pre-landing checklist complete. Oh, one little thing. Producer buttons is secured and stowed. Yes. This is when she starts jumping up on me, folks. You know. It's tough. It's tough. I'm drinking Ribena because I'm going to arm approach mode now, the approach, right? Because they're telling me arm it earlier, Gripper Sim. There we go. Arm it early. Let's go to the QNH, which is 997. Here comes the rain. 907 once. 907 twice. I'm going to hit the... Let's check that. 906. See, it does change. So it's the weather. Six. Okay, it's all armed. I think we're ahead of the aircraft now. Turning onto the ILS, the recorder is going. Valstrup says, do the wipers work in the Fenix? They do. They do, but listen to this. Here's the wiper coming on. That sound does my head in. They're quite distracting too. They don't go full, I don't know, just something about those I don't like. Even if it's not slow, it's... Yeah. Now, you don't need them when you're flying, you know? I mean, I fly the Cessnas and little airplanes. We have no wipers because the rain just pelts past, you know. So we've captured the ILS. All looks good. 9.8 miles. We're putting down flaps 1. Now, of course, producer buttons is kicked off now. Let's get the cameras in order. This producer button's getting ready to interfere with the landing. There's my control column there. 8.8 miles now. Flaps 2. Well, I'll wait till 8 miles away. Okay. Flaps 2. Gear down. Oh, we're going a little bit fast there. Flaps 2. Gears down. Give me 140 knots now. This happened to me yesterday. 147 it's selected, that's fine. But it was going way too fast for me. Okay, we're 6 miles out. We got a bit to go. Cluttering down now for the eye candy. Now we can go flaps 3. There's our flap speeds there. So full flaps 177 knots. And full flaps. Probably early, but I like to have it down early. Well, you know, realistically, you know, I didn't put my own camera face on. Camera face coming on. There we go. Okay, we got our speed. I don't know how it calculates the speed on approach. Because usually there's work done with that, with the length of the runway and everything, you know. Where's Cork? We're going over the sea here, folks. This is interesting. It looks like it's the sea out here, it's just an illusion. It might be that hill here, it's just a bit of illusion. 4.3 miles out. Getting the aircraft set up. I'm going to disconnect the autopilot now. We're going to go in manually. We've got a crosswind to 40 knots, so 20 knots crosswind now with that. So wish me luck. I'm going to go quiet now, having a last look at the chat there. Okay, going quiet here. See you on the ground. Wish me luck. I know you're all counting on me. Come on, disarm. Disarmed. Less is more. 800 feet a minute, not 1,000. Right tractor is good. Gear is down. Full flaps. You'll see my eyes. I must activate the Toby thing so you can see where my eyes are looking. I'll play with that again one day. I've been thinking about that a fair bit. Here's the runway there. I can see it now. See, I looked up there. So I just don't like to look up until minimums, right? Hands on, throttles ready. And it always takes me in too low. Too high, sorry. 30 knots. Wind now. Gusty. Well, we may have problems on the ground because flight sim doesn't really simulate it very well. 500. I'm coming in low on purpose. Just a little bit. See me warnings here. I'm taking over here. It always does that. It's like it lifts me up. The engine's accelerator, something, I don't know what it is. I'm getting lots of warnings here. It's giving me about... I took over the thrust there.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Oh, floaty, floaty, float, float.
20. Retard.
Now it's gonna... It's fine now.
Retard.
The minute I get in the ground... Oh, reverse thrust. Well, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad, okay? That wasn't so bad. And we'll taxi to the end. That wasn't so bad. It's a little bit choppy. That's fine. I'm pleased. That was somebody there doing a go around. So I'm pleased with that. I'll take that. Now remember, at the end of the stream, we're going to turn around back to Dublin now. At the end of the stream, I'm going to do all the replays, okay? Because it kind of stuffs up the whole thing. Welcome to Cork, folks. Oh, we've got a backtrack. Yeah, of course, it's Cork. See, that's silly. Look at all the green grass they have there. And they could have a taxiway all the way down, but no. Probably something to do with planning permission. There's one of the guys there, and it won't show me your tag. It's very annoying. Okay, let's backtrack. And he crashed. You deserved it. Brakes off. Tops up. Come on. Gotta backtrack Cork. Oh no, you can't have planning for a taxiway the way back. You have to backtrack the runway there now. Yeah, planning laws in Ireland are a bit silly. If you think about it, right, there's a lot of people who come over from Europe to Ireland. Okay, a lot of rich people actually. God knows the hotels are expensive here. The only problem with the Cork scenery here is that is the issue. Anyway, I'll switch everything off once we're off the runway. So you got to backtrack all the way. What a pity. So the planning laws, I think, for example, on the where Dublin is, that coast on the east coast of Ireland, there's only Dublin Airport really. So all these people in their private jets and you know, there's a lot of GA that wants to come over from Europe as well. Yeah, they can't afford it because the parking fees are incredibly expensive in Dublin Airport. It's a monopoly, so it's incredibly hard to get in to Dublin, park your aircraft. It's a big issue. So they won't allow another airport to be built. Waterford is the only one on that west coast, but it's too small. But they are extending it. There's another airport called Weston, which is perfectly suited to take some capacity from Dublin Airport for the little jets, the private jets, for all the golfers that want to come in and spend loads of money here. But they won't let them extend anything. They won't let them do anything. And it's got a school there as well, you know, and they just won't. They will not. Someone's coming in here too. How do I get off this runway now? Okay, I'm going to cross this runway here, I guess. So they won't give planning laws to Weston to have an ILS, you know, or to make the runway a bit more accessible. So it's just a flight school. And even they're struggling because it doesn't make sense. You know, they won't let any development happen with regards to Western Airport. That's a fact. Because Dublin has a monopoly. So these people are going, well, I'm not parking my airplane in Dublin. It's too expensive. I want to go for 3 days. It's going to cost me a fortune to park my airplane, and they won't come in. So just let them. There's private guys in Western Airport, and we'll pay for it. We'll pay for it. No, you can't have it. No. So Weston's, they're sitting there really. Flight school, and it's ironic really because we have the largest airline in Europe, but they don't really like flight schools here in Ireland. Yep. I think every country has these problems. I'm going to pick a gate here now, folks. I'm going to put this one here. No, we'll go to this one. Oh. Come on, Cooper Sam. Come on. Flying Michi says that crosswind had me jumping all over the place. Yeah, it was a tricky one, wasn't it? Clappy D says that was good. Thank you, Clappy D. I'll read the rest of the comments now once I park at the gate. Push the buttons kicked off again here now. This scenery for Cork is very, very, very good. I love it. It's one of the best sceneries I've come across. Look at all the peeps there. Now, I don't know if you can get them to move around. They'll probably update it at some point, but it's still brilliant. And I'm pleased I bought it. Parker back on. Is it 8 o'clock? The buttons have got a half an hour to go. I'll have to give buttons a thing during this. So let's do the turnaround. Let's switch off the icing. Let us get that off. Get that. That should have been off after the runway. That should have been off after the runway. That should have been off now as well. Safety belt signs can come off. And we can switch off the engines now. But before we do that, see how I was chit-chatting on the taxi. And switch the master on. No big deal. They can wait. There's producer buttons jumping on my shoulder. Oh, see what happens, folks? See, all this happens. All of this happens. Producer buttons are very bold. really. You're a bulldog. I'll have to get Buttons a treat now. That was good, so Scrappy. Valstorm, nice solid touchdown. That wind was nasty. It was. Ian Bevington says, I bought Edinburgh. That's good. That's really good too. People in the lounges, etc. Yes, some really good ones out there, guys, in this part of the world. You know. Let's go to the checklist here. Let's not. Let's just get used to doing stuff and things without the checklist for a while, I think, because I'm kind of getting, you know, it's that cop you need, you know. I'm thinking, okay, switch off the radar so you don't harm people on the ground. Now I'll switch off the engines. Engine 1 and 2. Now we can do the turnaround. Look at the flight plan. It'll reset there. I haven't updated my nav database. I'll do that now after the stream if I remember. And it would have helped if the APU was actually on there, you know. There, I was lucky there. So the APU is still on. Everything's fine. There we go. What does it say? It was giving out here on the way down. Engine 1 fire loop fault. Engine 1 fires. I have no faults on. Or that's just the testing. That's just testing. Okay, so let's call the gates coming up. Very nice. I love it when you switch off the engine. The gates come up. Well done, folks. Passenger arrived D-board. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for flying Aer Lingus. Now, please stand by for those of you who are intoxicated on your seats, and the stewardesses will drag you out of the aircraft and bring you to the hospital. That's how that works. Let's get the ground power on, as soon as it's available. And if you don't mind, now, if you see this, by the way, you see this on the screen, it's kind of giving a warning. Just switch off the nav on their side. And back on again. There's just buttons kicking off again. Okay, Buttons, you want a treat, is it? You're insisting on your treat? Look at the cuteness. It's the cuteness. Look. You see over there, Buttons? And her little waggy tail. You just can't ignore that, folks. So what I'm going to do... How about if we take a 5-minute turnaround break, will we? I know we should have missed out on the flight. Lonely Reaper, we're coming in again. Let's see if we get back. Because the problem now getting back is, number one, it may crash coming into Dublin, we don't know. Because it has happened in the past, right? Number two, it might get the frames thing might happen to us again, we don't know. But what I'm going to do is I might have a fix for that. We'll see if it works or not. And if either one of those things don't work, I'll have to end the stream. Well, we'll see. See what we can do. We probably will have to end the stream because the flow's gone, isn't it? So I bought... no, actually, I won't take the break. What I'll do is I'll just hop out very quickly and get Buttons a treat when we turn around, right? So Producer Buttons, you're very bold. She's insisting on another treat. I should have brought two treats with me so I don't have to leave my seat. So it's only going to take 8 seconds, folks. I'll be back in 8 seconds, like. Come on, Buttons, get your treat. Win again. Right. I'm going to put your bed where it should be, which is that's where that should be here. Okay? Good talk. Now, sorry about that, folks. Just having problems with the cabin crew. Staff, you can't get good staff these days. Now, but just about serious. Okay. Alright, you got it. Okay. You swear I'd never fed her. You'd swear she's quite well fed, you know. A beagle will continue to eat endlessly. They won't stop. It's very dangerous if you leave food out for them. So you got to be careful feeding them. Okay, let's have a look at the comments there before I dash off. Oops. But before I do that, let's get some eye candy out here. Look at that. Aer Lingus and Ryanair are mating again. Disgraceful. Let's get some trucks up. ATC, just for shits and giggles. Walk ground services. Then I'm going to read the comments. Baggage. Catering. Yeah, let's see if they appear. They haven't worked for me for a while, but we'll see if they arrive. I don't think they will. Okay, let's get a flight plan ready for the way back. But first I'm going to read the comments here. Let's start with YouTube first. I have to go back a little bit. Clanky Clapper D was telling me 20 miles gripper ice front. Thank you. Food the great. Man, if I get the honeycomb Charlie pedals, I'm going to be into that controller. I'm going to be into that controller for like $1,000. Really? Oh, you mean the yoke of the yoke, I'm guessing. Bostorm, do the wipers work at the Fenix? They do, but they make horrible sounds, as I think I showed you that. He says, that's odd. I have the Fenix A320 and my wipers don't have any visible animation. That's why I asked. Thanks, Gripper. You might have to uninstall and reinstall again, or it might have to update it, probably, I'd say. Clappy D says that was good. Thanks, Clappy D. Our honoured moderator. Valstorm, nice, solid touchdown. That's wind was nasty. It was. Even Bevington says, I bought Edinburgh scenery. Oh yeah, I said that. He bought Edinburgh. It is very good, Edinburgh. Bloody Reaper, look at buttons go. Yes. Ian Bevington says, that's the runway for the return journey. Yep. A Baron Channel 2, I can't pronounce your name, forgive me, I know I butchered it. It says, I have crashed the airport 7 times. Is that coming into Dublin? Let me know if Dublin's still crashing. We might choose another location. You know? Is it going to crash coming into Dublin? We could go to somewhere else, okay? I don't want it to crash coming into Dublin. We might go up to the north of Ireland, perhaps. Let me know. He will let us know in a mo once he has made the flight plan for the return journey. Oh yes, I'm going to let you know where we're going. Stream finished, not yet. Dean Bevington, our cat grey is the same. Oh great, your cat just drives you mad in final as well. Shady, I downloaded the fly-by-wire Airbus and the same thing just happened to me as the default Airbus. The screens just switched off and went blank. They switched off and went blank because I had switched on the APU, but it just didn't activate the electrics. I switched off the engines too soon. I think that's what happened. My copy just dropped in for a moment for Sunday's flight from Tomka Narrows, whatever we will use. Just dropped in for a moment for Sunday's flight. We'll see. We don't know what we're doing, my copy. My copy, welcome back, by the way. We don't know what we're doing on Sunday just yet. Shady, what am I missing? Everything. You missed us coming from Dublin to Cork, and we're debating whether to go back to Dublin, or will it crash, or we go to maybe Northern Ireland. Redcap says, I must be part Beagle. Evening, by the way. No New Reaper, hello. Redcap82, you're saying hello to each other. Shady says, when I reload, they are still back. What am I missing? Ah, Shady, yes, I know what you're saying. Okay, Shady, I don't know if you've updated, but this happened to me. These screens may be black because you got to turn them up. Look, this happened to me. Shady, I hope you're... Look, that happened to me, and after the update you can change these to be on. So what you need to do is you need to turn up, it's actually just the, you see that? It's actually just the brightness. Ah, mouse. It's just the brightness. Shady, try that. Oh no, it won't come back on. Oh, I switched it off. You can switch it off here as well. So make sure it's switched on and that it'll come back on. Yeah? Let me know if that worked for you. That's what happened to me. So just turn them up here first. Recap, good. Thanks. Thanks to Reaper. Good. Reaper channel 2. So, my coffee. Okay, because the weather will be dodgy for real. Okay, and okay. Try Knock. We don't think we've been there yet. No, we haven't been to Knock. Maybe we'll avoid Dublin. Maybe Knock. What's Knock? I've never been to Knock, even in the real world. We all avoid Knock. In Twitch there. Sorry for Twitch. Right. I kind of wish I hadn't missed out on the flight. Don't worry, Lone Reaper. There'll be lots more. Look at buttons go. He said apparently they don't know where the Beagle is. Okay. Fly to Knock. Captain White says. Okay. Can you help me grow on YouTube? Can you help me grow on YouTube? I can't even grow on YouTube. Nobody can grow on YouTube. Albert Channel 2. I don't know how to grow on YouTube either. I don't know how it works. I thought I did. I don't. Nobody knows how it works. It's the computer. No one knows how it works. keep going is all I'd say. You'll notice, Alburn, most people who are real YouTubers, they've been doing it for like 7-8 years, and they only got success in the last year. If they are successful, only 1% of people make it into you know, if you'll see people doing it full time, they say, oh, I can do it full time. That's 1% of people doing YouTube slogging it out. So that's how that works, unfortunately. So Knock. Where's Knock? Knock Airport. Let's get the OK identifier for Knock then. Okay. Is it still open even? Knock Airport. A KO. Does anyone fly to Knock? EIKN. Okay, let's write that down. Knock is a bizarre place. I've never been. There was talk about us flying there in the little airplanes, and no one will fly to Knock. There was some weird things happening. We'll talk about it in the cruise. I'd just like to write this down. Cork to EIKN. Let's do the flight plan for that then. So, new flight. Oops, new flight. EICK to EIKN. A320. I'm getting there. Okay. We're departing runway 16 and we're arriving into runway 26. Okay. Bit of extra fuel. And there is, let's have a look at our trip here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's do Knock then. Let's do that. We're going into the westerly runway. Very nice. So we're going to Knock now, folks. Good choice. Thank you for saying that. That was Captain White. And also it was Clappy D says try Knock. We haven't been to Knock yet, no. I'd love to buy it now, but it's too late. There's still some money left in the fund there from all the subscribers, but maybe I'll buy Knock after. If they have it even for sale. So we're going to go to standard Knock. Let's generate the flight plan. Nothing I've forgotten. Yep. SimBrief is great. Imagine the amount of work that goes into that. It's free. Flight plan's done. Let's have a look at it. Here we go. That's the guts of it. I'll copy this just for those of you who want to know what I'm doing. There's the flight plan there. There's the flight plan there. Flight level is going to be 20,000 feet. Flight level, I'm just going to put in the chat there. Flight level 200. Copy. No. And then a twitch. Flight level 200. There you go, folks. Just in case you need to know. I always choose, by the way, if you're confused and you're following me along, I always choose. I forgot. I've skipped to the first one. It gives you. I choose the first one. Okay, let's write some stuff down now, folks. So I need to take on some extra fuel as well. Right. So 16, yeah, and our standard instrument departure is Tango, India, Sierra, Mike, Oscar 1S, and our arrival into Knock is Golf Alpha Kilo, Bravo, Oscar 1 Alpha. Flight level 200, 20,000 feet. Happy days. That's that done. Let's do a flight plan. Let's load the flight plan. It's going to be important because we don't have any mass balance or anything like that. Let's clear here. Go straight into init. Request init. Cuma. Takes a second. Great. Flight number 2. 02. Cost index, we're going to go right at 3. Flight level is flight level 200. That temperature looks about right. Clear that. Let's go into the next page and get our mass and balance. So here we want to reset here. We're going to go to back here. I'm back again. No, where is it? Oh, sorry, it's this one. You'll see down below here it says import next flight. It's very cleverly done. You switch off the engines, it clears everything for you. I don't know if that's the way in real life or not. I really don't know. Boom. Knock. It's Cork to Knock. Great, happy days. Let's have a look at the weather. Departure is what it is. It's quite poor. Arrival into Knock. Oh, yeah, okay. 14 gusting 24 knots. That's runway 16. And Knock we're coming into runway 26. So that's going to be... I'm not taking responsibility for this landing. Right, so it's going to be quite light rain, scattered 100 feet. You know, dew point and temperature is the same here, so it's going to be poor weather. Low pressure. 3,500 feet forward visibility. It's going to be a tricky one. If I make that with considering the way the crosswinds are, you know, I want a medal. Valstorm. Oh, you're starting to Valstorm. Maybe change 5. Yes. Thank you. Who's that? Clappy D. Thank you. Clappy D. I hail you. Because I may have forgotten that. So I'm going to change this as well. EICK. Clappy D. You are a star. To EIKN. To Knock. That's changed now. There we go. Very nice. Thank you so much, Clappy D. You're so... Darkster's with us. Ah, okay, he says. You don't use SimBrief downloads. Oh yeah, someone said about that. The downloader. No, I didn't. I haven't done that yet. How does that work? I'll have to look at that tonight. SimBrief. I know I wrote it down the last time. Downloader. I'm going to look into that tonight. I've got to do that. Thank you for reminding me, though. Right. Can I escort her? Yeah, Alburn, yes, absolutely. You can escort me. You can do whatever you like here, folks. I've copied all, so I can share if people need it again. What's that for? Do Lonely Reaper. Yes, thank you. Okay, great. So we've reloaded our flight plan. Let's go to our mass and balance and load that all up. 154 passengers this time. Let's load aircraft instantly. Did I take the belts? The safety belt signs. Let's put that on. No smoking. Stoves off. Beacon we want to put on. Where's the beacon here? Why can't I see? There it is. Beacon's on. Great. Straight. Stove on our auto now. Very nice. External powers on. That's great. And we've got the APU running as well. Just check it very quickly. Yeah, that's fine. Because I'm not using the checklist now. It's a little bit messy. So I think I should start using the checklist again. I'm very naughty. Okay. APU bleed. I can leave all that. Okay, so we're up to... Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, it's nothing much to it, right? APU is on. Maybe Jen is on, thrust levers are idle, all that stuff's done. All we need to do is push back down and start the engines. Let's finish our flight plan first, shall we? So, mass and balance. Okay, I loaded the aircraft, we got our mass and balance 56.4 and 31.4. 56.4. And, I know I just said it there, but 31.4. 31.4. Yeah. 31.4. Boom. Block fuel. Okay, SimBrief will load it. Great. G Cook Scotland, he says, on SimBrief, under dispatch is MSFS downloader. You install the app and you can set the folders where you want to export the flight plans to. Don't need it for Fenix, but it's great for the 737. Ah, okay. So it's only for the 737. Of course, yes, there was a 737 G Cook, yes. So you don't need it for the Fenix, because the Fenix has this puppy here. Do you know? But the 737 will have it. PMDG said it's been delayed, I think. PMDG will have the electronic flight back, do you know? Which would be great. So that's in it. Let's go to performance now for our departure for our V-speeds. So it's only for the 747, of course. I wish they had the electronic flight back for the 747. Because it caused me to run out of fuel one day. But I fixed it. Kind of. Departure. Okay, it is runway 16. Surface is wet. Flak a big one. Toga 2000. No, yeah, we need toga again here. Anti-ice off packs are on. Yep. Load that. Load the weather. Calculate. That'll give us our V speeds. While I'm there, I'm going to hit the B button for the Q&H. That's fine. 909 or 6 the Q&H. There's our V speeds here. 114. Ooh, it's a short runway, folks. 2,133 meters. So, and then rotate to the end of the runway, 146. Okay, great. Flaps up 1, flex temp, no, we're using toga. Toga required. So 114 and 146. 114. 146. 146. Transition is 5,000 feet. Flaps. Setting is up 0. 1 up 0. 1 up 0.0. Okay. Flex temp is irrelevant. And that's it. Let's go to our flight plan now. Let's select our departure from Cork. Departure, and from SimBrief we said we're running and coming up from runway 16, and our Tismo 1S Tango India Sierra Mike. It has 0 there, but I dropped it. 1 Sierra, that's it. Insert. Boom. And Cork. Sorry, into knock. We are coming into runway 26. ILS. Oh, ILS A and B. Okay, we'll choose the first one there. And our arrival is Golf Alpha Kilo. Golf Alpha Kilo. Bravo 1 Alpha. That's it. Great. Brilliant. Insert. Now let's have a look and see how that is going to, where that's going to take us. Checking for anything wrong. Going to plan mode here. Going to 20 miles out. And hit the up arrow here. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. 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 Nice long approach into it. Looks very short. It's a short flight, folks. Back to arc mode now. Back to 10. Happy days. I'm happy with that. 159 miles. So 20,000 feet, 60 miles out. So we got 100 miles to go for our climb and cruise. Okay, great. And that is everything done there, folks. So we can turn around now. I think all the passengers are now boarded, I hope. You know?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's get to my flight and have the weather open for when we're arriving. That's departure weather.
We'll be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your round babies in
get the engine started and backtrack. Let's clear up, actually.
Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in their upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones and powered sexual implements are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but
it's going to be a night landing into knock, folks.
Alcohol to ensure that you are intoxicated levels.
There's the EasyJet coming in. There's an Aer Lingus waiting there.
Alcohol is provided to ensure your personal intoxication and filtration on arrival. Those of you who are mentally
there's Ian Beverell in the Vision Jet. Shady Sims with us as well.
But smoking e-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited.
I can't see anyone else, it's just not showing up.
For some reason. Thank you for choosing Clipper Team for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Ooh. That's someone to fly by. Park back off. Start the bush back, please. And we are going to get the if I ever get this right. Tail to the right side, please. There we go. So that's telling me where the tail wants to go. I love the lighting in Cork. I don't know what it is, what they've done, but it's really good. Do you know, it's a small, handy airport, but I do like it. Do you know? So that's not going fast enough. Come on. Come on, push back, will you? Start. Activate. Push back. Parking brakes off. Decluttering. Come on, boys. We're going very slowly. Oddly enough now I can't quite hear the rain. But I suppose it's not pelting against the windscreen, is it? Let me turn up my volume here. I can't quite hear the rain. There we go, that'll be enough. Okay, so stop the truck. And park and brake on. Let's get some taxi lights on. When we turn off lights on, taxi lights on. Safety belt sign is on. APU started. Let's start engine number 2. Let's make sure it's in start this time. And engine number 2 kick off, please. Let's watch those engines go up. I'm just going to get rid of my face for the moment, folks. I'll be back though. Oop. Oh, come on. What have I done wrong now? Engine 2 started. Engine 2 start valve fault. Start valve not open. APU bleed on. If it's... Oh, we didn't put the APU bleed on. That's what happens when you don't follow the checklist. So I'm going to switch off the engine air for the moment. And put the APU bleed on. Silly of me. I told you it wouldn't go well. Look. Enough excuses. Look before you press now. Gripper sim. There it is. APU bleed. Now we'll start the engines, folks. And engine 2. Now we'll see some stuff happening. I wonder if doing stuff like that in the real airplane, is it bad for the airplane? Do you know? Is it like a, you know, when you start a car, you know, with the gear and it goes with the gear stick in the old days? Worked it out. I ran the fuel tanks dry. Oh, that's what happened to you, Shady. Okay. Well done. That's how you learn, isn't it, Shady? And engine number 1 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures to remind you of possible horrific death during this flight. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit.
I just like to hear the angry dogs.
When you are intoxicated, please refrain from opening emergency exits during your possible drunk episode during this flight. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen mask will drop down from about your seat.
Kicking off.
Place the mask over your mouth and nose. Pull the strap to tighten it in. If you are traveling with the children, make sure that your oven
that looks
mask
good to me.
first before helping
From what
your
little knowledge I have.
child. If you are unable due to intoxication, you will pass out and suffocate in an orderly fashion. In the unlikely event of emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Live routes and located below your seat and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit. Please be aware, if you are intoxicated, you will be unable to carry out any of these instructions. This also makes sense to us for some reason.
Put on the radars now. We're about the rest on the taxi, on the runway. Okay, adding a little bit of power now. I love the weather. I just can't get over how cool the weather is, folks. You know, it's Dublin. It was sunny. First, it was poor weather. First it was poor weather, you know, and then it was in the soup. It just changed. It's just like Ireland, folks. The weather, when I'm doing these turnarounds and stuff, these long flights, it's a joy when things go right. Wouldn't you say? Now where's the line? I presume it's that line there. Can't see a thing. No, that's grass. Use that ahead there and let him go ahead. That's one of the boys, but your tag isn't coming up and I've dropped my check. That's great. There's the yellow line. There we go. There we go. go. I'll leave I'll put the tracks back on in the cruise, okay? So I can see who's flying along. Lonely Rupert says, Gripper, you're offline. Let me check that there for you. Let me check that. I'm offline. There's a big queue taking off from May 16. Hang on. Is this bizarre? No, I'm on. Oh, you mean I'm offline as in I'm off the yellow line? Yeah, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see a thing. Let's get my camera back on again. There we go. I'm off the line. I was going onto the grass. I thought those lights were the green lights are the taxiway lights, aren't they? The blue ones are the edges. See, this kind of stuff you gotta know, you know? So is that something I've learnt? Those blue lines are the edges of the whole runway, no? Okay, we got permission to line up and wait. I'll take it as that. Now I can hear the rain, yeah, it makes sense. So the rain's kind of harder now. So I can hear the rain. That looks really cool. So let us push the TCAS onto TA and the transponder on. Fine. Let's put the lights on. Good. Oh, just going to hold here now for a moment. Let the others catch up. I'm just going to put the parking brake on. I'm going to see where the others are and let them catch up. Don't forget your spacing, boys. Don't forget your spacing. You know, you should be on the... Remember to be queuing up here. Because if you think about it, I know it's not real. But if there's Ian, I can't see the other one. If I blast, my engines are going to blast the hell out of you. Aren't I? But I know you want to keep up. That's fine. Okay, folks. Takeoff, config. Just put that again. Everything's good. It's saying to test. Everything's normal. Okay, good. Okay, folks. Parking brake off. Let's rock and roll. We've got flaps. We've got all our brakes on. Brakes are on max. Everything's fine. Lights good. 50%. One thing I didn't do the last time I set the chrono. Chrono has started. 50% of the engines. That's stable. Let's rock and roll. Full power. All the way. Brakes off. All the way up. All the way. Toga now set. Forward on the stick. Get on the centre line. We've got a crosswind. I've got a bit of left rudder on here. 120 knots now. Down the hill now. V1. Rotate. Oh no, we had V1 a while ago. Oh, we had V1 a while ago there. We've got a bit of a wind going on here. Not too much though. Let's brake her up. Let's flight manual for a bit. All good. Pops up. Climb lever. Climb lever set. Thrust climb, should I say set. Autopilot. Autopilot 1. Feet off the pedals. Everything's working as it should. Switch off the lights. Don't need you, thankfully. Spoilers off and brakes are off. Really nice. We're stuck in diesel, folks. Let's have a look outside. Oh yeah, one more thing here. One more thing. I want to keep climbing. And we're past the 3,000 feet now in a second, so we're switching to standard. So I wanted to hop out there and have a look at the eye candy, but not a good time to be doing it. Standard is set. We're passing our transition altitude. We're climbing to 20,000 feet. We're taking a turn to the left and everything's working fine. All good so far, folks. Look at the way the moisture, and you can see that the lights reflecting off the moisture. You shouldn't see the sun really like that. They're trying to fix that. Looks like a steep turn, but we're in the soup now, big style, folks. aren't we? I've never flown to Knock. Bit turbulent. I like that. Passing 5,000 feet now. And let's get the checklist out. Where are you? Line checklist, please. Line my checklist. Thrust levers are set to climb. Yes, they are. Autopilot set to 1. Yes, it is. Taxi lights. Look at that. I love the way the lights act against the clouds. Taxi lights are off. Yes, they are. Transition altitude, we just passed. We're on standard. Below 10,000 feet. Max 250 knots. Yep, 250 knots. ATC, don't worry about that. Landing lights passing 10,000 feet off. Fasten safety belts off. Above 10,000 feet. Climb checks complete. Climb and takeoff checks complete. We've got a nice headwind now. 46 knots. This is going to be quick. This is going to be fast. You're off profile in the game. It says you're not playing. That could be more than likely the servers in the game. Okay, so today Mike Coffey says today I'm a passenger, but come Sunday I'll be flying along. Oh great, Mike, good to have you. So I'm offline in the game. Yeah, I'm online in the game. It does that sometimes. Do you know what's happening? Probably it only shows 25 people. You should see me, but the server can be quite messy sometimes, but you'll see me eventually. Do you know? Taxi lights off. Safety belt signs off.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belt and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for you.
It's bad weather or knock. QNH is 901.
Thank you.
901 or knock, folks. 901. I just, the standby instruments, I just put 901 there. Okay. Let's go to performance. Climb is managed. Cruise is managed. Descent is managed. Approach. 901. That's very low for a few miles away. Yeah, 901. Okay, fair enough. There it is. The temperature 8 degrees. Temperature and dew point is 8 degrees, so it's going to be a tricky one, folks. There's going to be very low visibility. I'll read that weather now in a second so we can get it all in there. Winds is 160 at 14. 160 at 14. Boom. Let's get some information here about the runway. Let's just move the camera over here a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Move. Oh, what was that? What was that sound, folks? Master caution. Ice. Oh, thank you. But it's too late now because... Oh, let's put it on anyway. I should have put that on there. Radar heater's on automatically. Great, thank you for reminding me. There's the Airbus for you folks. How cool is that? Now, where was I looking for? Looking for some real estate here. And let's have a look at our arrival. Our arrival into Knock. We are coming into runway 26. That was Cork. Ah. Yankee, India, Charlie Kilo. Do you see the horror in my face there? Horror. Runway 26. Give me a Cat 2 ILS. Okay, I'll take that. Oh, I see what's happening here. Oh, what the hell? Am I dumb here? Echo, India, Kilo, November. Knock. Boom. Approach. 126. There we go. I'll double click it. Knock, good. ILS 2. Let's get the stuff in first. The minimums. Straight in landing. 26. Cat 2. Runway. Decision height 265. 265. So the runway then is Oh, it's quite high. It's 665 feet above the ground. So there you go. Okay, so our it's 765. 765 in the radio. Great. Let's go to performance. No, what was it? RadNav. Let's check the frequencies. The RadNav frequencies are... Sorry, the ILS frequency is 110.7, 110... No, 110.7. Great. Approach course is 262... 5264. Okay, so it's changed a bit because I haven't updated, but we'll manage. There we go. All set. Happy. Flight plan. We've now 120 miles to go. And we're out of the soup. And we're at 16,000 feet and everything's ready for... Everything's ready for approach, folks. Into knock. You know the story about knock, folks? Okay. Do you know the story about knock? Before I tell you the story about knock, let me just get my face off so I can drink my beverage. It's just rude to be drinking in front of you. There's a town there. Looks great. Flying Michi's just off my wing there. He's saying there at the bottom of the Twitch there. There he is. We got an escort from Flying Michi, folks. Thank you, Flying Michi. You can give us an escort anytime. It's good practice for you. I'm still on Twitch. I'm just working my backup. Lonely Reaper, but you also enjoy when things go wrong so you can try and figure it out. Yeah, to an extent, Lonely Reaper, you know. I do. I just don't want the stream to end. I don't want to be in a situation where the stream ends without me getting to my destination, you know. Because if I crash now or something goes crazy, I won't get it back because the replay won't put you back where you want to be as far as I can see. But yeah, I do enjoy it in ways when things go wrong and we fix them. And there's a bit of panic going on, you know, in a way. G-Cook Scotland says on Sim... Oh yeah, we're talking about Sim Brief, so we talked about that. So that's for the 737 G-Cook, so I'll have to remember that. They will have an electronic flight bag after that at some point. On YouTube now, and start from the bottom up. Deputy says Bishop Brennan got kicked up the arse here. He did. Sure. Classic. Might be too loud for you in there. Let me hop into the cockpit. Bishop Brennan, he got his ass kicked in knock. Lonely Reaper says, Snappy D, I like being able to support grip too. It's weird being a mod though. I'm still not used to it. Well, you know, if you're a mod, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. You know, you can. Some people enjoy it, some people don't. You don't have to do anything. You can if you want to. It's your choice, really, isn't it? You're not expected to do anything. But if you're happy with it, you know, no bother. Clappy D says 99% of the time it's the servers. Yeah, it is the servers. Apparently so. I was reading up last night. So if it gets choppy coming in to knock now, I'm going to pause. I can hit escape, disconnect the online, come back in, and then go back out and put online on again. So probably now that I have a plan, it won't go wrong, right? So we'll a good one, Clappy D. So it's the service 99% of the time. Yeah, Albert, I'm not even appearing for you. It does that sometimes. But maybe let me just check that I've accepted your request. I hate coming out though. Yeah, all requests have been accepted there, so I think I accepted you. Your name in the sim may be different to your handle on YouTube, you know. Yeah, you're talking about online messages coming up. Oh, you're helping Albion. Great. So that's pretty much the comments I've got after there. So we are now at just coming up to our cruise now. All the passengers are drinking heavily, and I was about to tell you the story about Knock as far as I know it. Right, how many miles out are we? We're 93 miles out. We're 60 miles roughly. We're going to have to start coming down. We've got a little bit for chit chat, I think. Yes, we do. We've got almost 40 miles before we have to descend. So Knock, right? Some lunatic, okay, or a group of lunatics, a group of people who aren't particularly well, I think. Right? They started seeing things. Look, they just started seeing things, okay? Right? And as far as I'm aware, there wasn't a lot of drugs in Ireland back then, alright? So people started seeing stuff and things, okay? That's what happened in Knock. So then, because they were so convinced, other people thought they saw things. So all I can tell you is people had a lot of hallucinations in Knock. Now, was it the 60s when this happened? I can't recall. I think it was around the 60s. Okay, so put 2 and 2 together. A lot of drugs happening, hippie, you know, a lot of people came back from California on holidays and they're all hippies and on drugs, okay? So a lot of these people gathered around Knock, right? And as a result of this, they said, well, plainly, people are seeing things in Knock, right? We built an airport. So more people can come and see things that they may or may not see. So hence the airport Knock. So I know now if I went, I'd love to have an airport up the road from me, you know. Would it be a good idea for me to go, I see things, right? And get a group, right? And get a group of people. Not so like-minded than myself now, because I'm putting it on. And get them, you know, we're seeing things, right? We're seeing things, we want an airport built in Wexford. And they'll probably build the airport. Now, you see, if it made sense, which it would make sense to build a large airport in Wexford, as per our previous conversation, right? 20 minutes ago. If you had a reasonable explanation for building an airport in Knock, that's not going to happen. But if it's, you see things, everyone sees things, they'll build an airport in Wexford. So what they should do in Weston, right, is they just go, we see things. So, you know, more people need to come to see things that they may or may not be actually seeing in reality. And they'll extend the runway in Weston. Now, I hope I'm not offending you, those of you who are religious. That's not my intention. Purely humour, of course. So, yeah, Knock is a holy airport. Fly Meech says, night folks, I gotta go and do some daddy duties. I'll catch up on the next one. Have a good one. Thanks a million, Flying Michi, and thanks a million for your support. I'll see you soon. Lonely Reaper says, hope all goes well for you. He says, you too. Oh God, Flying Michi, I have to tell you, I thought it said U-Tool. U-T-T-O-L. And I was going, what's going on? I thought he said U-Tool. But it's T-O-O exclamation mark. Give me a fright there, Flying Michi. Give me a fright. But have a good night, Flying Michi. Well done. But you're, you know, you got to do some daddy stuff, and I praise you. I praise you. Lonely Reaper then says, if you had your own airport gripper sim, I'd have to name it Gripper Airport every time I flew over it. Yeah, I call it Gripper Airport. You know? Gripper sim's been seeing things, so build an airport. I mean, if you're clever... No, here, I'll say that. Let me edit that, right? What I just said before. I'll pay 60 people, right? Say they've seen something up the road, and they'll build an airport. You know? Now, I'm thinking here as well as talking, so which is not a good thing. Where is the height? 3,000 feet. Okay, so we're going to come in 3,000 feet, so... What I'm doing, set it to 3,000 feet. All we have to do is hit the down button. 60 miles out. So where are we now? We are 58, so not far off. Let's kick off the descent, folks. Descent coming up. Boom. We're descending. We leave the anti-ice on because it's going to be cold the other side. We're going north, so it's going to be colder, no? Yeah, TAT is -5 here, standard temperature is -3, so we're in cold conditions here. And we're going into moisture, so there's going to be icing issues, which we're going to avoid this time, not like last Sunday's stream. Now, next step, 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet. I'm going to put the landing lights on. I'm going to hit approach mode on the flight management computer. And then I'm going to activate the approach button. way earlier this time, and that's going to sort me out, because I noticed when I'm flying this, I've had constant annoying, silly things forgotten, you know, that I shouldn't be forgetting. Now we're a little bit high, see here? How high are we? Oh, I know this. See, it's saying more drag. If I go to Prague here, tells me that we are 500 feet too high. So what I can do is add a bit of brakes, a bit of speed brakes. So what I'm going to do next is going to add some speed brakes. Let's do that, shall we? Where are you? Where are you? There we go. So I'm going too fast. I'm going to leave the brakes on until we come down here. And we get in profile. See the way it has to be managed. It's not going to do it all completely automatically for you, which was my initial thought. Do you know, getting into this, you got to manage that descent. This squiggly little line here is from when we're back on profile. And the green dot will be up here. We're 18 minutes into the flight. Red cap 42. Oh, no need before that. Sorry, there's a few actually there on YouTube. Hang on here. Let's get this thing here. Management of the thing here. Oh yeah, I read that. Red cap says it's 4,000 holds in Blackburn, Lancashire. How many in knock? We don't have any. I presume you're saying that roads though. Red cap, I'm thinking you said the roads. Does Ireland take speed brakes off now? Oh no, keep them on. Keep them on. We're a little bit too steep here, folks. Now, I was told to accelerate to get down quicker, but I think we'll be okay. Need to set your top of descent gripper. Was that earlier on? Valstorm said need to set my top of descent. And then, okay, Valstorm says need to set your top of descent gripper. Lonely Reaper says, Valstorm, the Fenix has done that for him, all thanks to SimBrief. Valstorm says, okay, but Valstorm, still, what is this? Where do I set my top of descent? Just let's say if I had to do it manually. Where do you do that? Because it does do an awful lot of things automatically that it wouldn't do in other aircraft, you know. I know the speed brake's on. I have my hand on the actual control here. Because if I take my hand off the speed brake, the danger is you forget about it. Would you agree, Valstorm? That as well? So let's get the LS on. The LS is on. We're getting an identifier, 110.7. .7. Oh, good. Back to flight plan. Let's get to flight plan here. 30 miles out. Okay. We're still a bit too fast. I'm going to put the brakes on. Let's get approach mode on. Okay, we don't need the brakes anymore. Performance. Activate approach phase. Boom. That is the big sin I am actually put the camera back here. That's one of my big sins here. You know. Let's get ready for approach. Approach checklist. Safety belts. Put those on. Put the landing lights on. Ready to success. Speed 210 knots. Well, it's not giving me 210. It's just... Oh, we're a bit fast though, no? I think we're a bit fast, folks. We're on profile. Okay, so... Okay. Radio speed, landing lights are checked on. Yeah, taxi lights are on. Ground spoilers arm. Just being aware, if I use them again, it'll disable them. Auto brake is on to medium. Flaps 10 miles out is next. I'm going to activate now the approach mode. Approach mode activated nice and early. I think this will fix things up for me. That's those two things that I haven't been paying a lot of attention to. So 19 miles to go. It's a big long final in here. You can see nothing outside. Let's put the wing lights out. Let's come outside here. I have them on already? Nope. So you can see nothing. Ooh, look at the full moon. It's full moon here. Look, it's dark and I love the way it does that. I know you can't see much here, but just when it went into clouds there, I noticed that you could see the landing lights reflecting off the clouds. It's just cool. We're in darkness. 7,400 feet. We're intercepting the localizer now. Light slope to come. Oh, excuse me. That plate looks a bit bare to me. Light slope, don't we? Missed approach climb to track 264 and then 3000, turn left, continue to climb 4,000 feet, enter the hold or as instructed by ATC. There's the hold here. Fair enough, as we come around here, back into the hold. That will be a teardrop entry to the hold. Happy days. 3,000 feet. Right, transition 5. Okay. Keeping busy. 15 miles to go. We're going, I just feel we're going too fast. No. Approach 141. We're not on the approach yet. Ian Bevington says, good luck, we're all counting on you. Please let the stream go. Please let the stream go smoothly. Please let if it gets choppy, I'm going to do that thing I talked about to fix it, hopefully. I'm going to put down flaps 1 early. Why are we going at 220 knots? This happened to me before. Why are we going so fast? How does it work? Is it past this point here maybe it slows down? So I don't know how the speed they manage the... oh, it is slowing down because I put 10 flaps out. Okay, so... It's a 25 minutes only. We got the standard now. The Q&H is 90901. It's going to give out to me next. I'm not quick enough. 90901. 90901. We're going to need all the help we can get here, folks. Let's make sure we got the right Q&H. Q&H is still 90901. We're going to have an interesting one. Flaps 2 now. I'm just probably a little bit too ahead. It's only me, so I'm a little bit of ahead of what I should be doing. I know it should be like 8 miles out, but you know. Abraham says, look around for me escorting. Oh, great. Okay. Seeing as you made so much effort, I don't have a lot of time, but it's not showing the tags is the problem. I can see Echo India Bravo Mike Uniform. Echo India Bravo Mike Uniform. Is that not a Cessna 150 reg? I thought I remember. Gear down. Is that not a Cessna 150 reg? Bravo Mike Uniform rings a bell with me. Landing gear, autopilot, go around, altitude set, we'll leave it at 3000 for the moment, auto thrust, landing member, landing speed, touchdown, spoilers, brakes, good. Can't see a thing. But it isn't a Cat 3. I'm going to put the second autopilot on anyway. Flaps 3 now. We're on the glide slope, all is good. I'm going to keep the autopilot down as much as I can. Clappy says, ice front. Thank you, Clappy D. Good luck to you, Lonely Reaper says. Okay, ice front now. There you are. Is that Popeye? Popeye Mug, is that you? I'm going to disable you now because I can't see. Is that you, Popeye? Holborn? I am Popeye. Oh, great. There you are. Well done. We got you. We got you. You're in. I just got to concentrate, unfortunately. 4.7 miles out. Full flaps now. This is going to be an interesting one. Look at the wind here. So we've got a 20 knot crosswind here. So it won't stay in the runway. Our frames seem to be good. 4 miles out. Full flaps. Gears down. Q&H is set. No warnings. Everything's good here. Getting my view set up for the approach now. I'm going to keep it all the way down. Ready to disable the approach button here with my finger. Can you see that whole control panel?
1,000.
No. Okay, 1,000 feet to go. Oh. Why is it at 160? Okay, we're 2.6 miles out. Why is it at 160? Not 141. Because of the headwind? 20 knot headwind? That would make sense. 2.1 miles out now. I see the runway. Getting ready to go around. We've got the pappies. Crosswind now is 15 knots and it's all over the shop.
500.
500 feet to go. Oh, I love the traffic going over the road there. So we're getting too high now on autopilot, so taking off the auto thrust there, autopilot off. Leaving a little bit of power on. Haven't got time to hit the buttons. Come on. Here we go. Now, it's going to be all over the shop. Reverse on. There we go. We made it into Knock. No centerline lights, no taxi lights. It's just brakes off, brakes off, brakes off, brakes off. I'm going to leave the flaps where they are for the replays. So where's the turn off? I can't see anything, folks. Where's the taxiways? Okay, we'll have to do a U-turn then, I guess. Let's get the spoilers disarmed. And we might have to do a U-turn here. I'm going to put on a little bit of daylight. A little bit of daylight's going to have to happen. In order to find us around, but so we're going to need daylight for the replay anyway, okay? So I'm going to put on some daylight, folks. There we go. Welcome to Knock. Welcome to Knock. I haven't flown in here in the sim or in real life. I think we can take a left here. Or do we have to do a U-turn? So that worked out well. So thank you, Clappy D. Thanks for the reminder. Happy days, says my coffee. Yeah, hit that old like button. Thanks, folks. Yeah, I always forget to tell you, and Clappy D is on top of it. So do hit the like button, folks. And yeah, it's a U-turn here. Now this isn't a paid airport. No one really goes into Knock as far as I'm aware. No one in the light aviation community. Oh, turn, will you? Oh, come on. On. Backtrack here. I'll have to look and see if there is a Knock, you know. If there is a scenery for Knock. I don't think there is a paid scenery. That much is true. But we did well. What I'd like, I had no time to hit the button here to stop the alarm going bing bing because I deactivate the autopilot and it just annoys me. If I must put a button on my stream deck one day. Do you know, I might do it after the stream. No, it's just to press the button to silence it, you know. But then I need something on my controller. No, how do we get off the runway? Let's have a look at the chats. We're making our way back. Nicely done, says Lonely Reaper. Thank you. Thank you, Lonely Reaper. The sound when the speed brakes come up. Yeah, I love the sound when the speed brakes go down and up. You can kind of hear it. You can kind of hear it in the distance. Or you can kind of hear it in the background noise. Is that it? Is that all that knock is? That's it. Really? Someone's just crashed and dusted off in their FA18 and crashed into the building. Well done. Well done. Look at the smoke he's created. Well done. Thank you for that scenery, whoever that is. Who is that? Is that Popeye? So he won't. I'm trying to get the tags up and I won't. There we go. That's Popeye. Popeye, welcome to the channel, by the way. I'm delighted you got everything sorted out. There's Ian Beaver. Popeye, welcome. Not much room for big jets here, you know. It's one of those funny places, is Knock. So we'll come and we'll park nose in just up the trees here. Oh, what's back here? Okay. And park up. We'll just take up over the whole lot, right? Take up the whole place. Can we get stairs and all that kind of thing? But first, let's put in the parking brake. I'm going to leave the flaps down. What I would have to do is switch off. They should have been retracted a long time ago. You should be off. You should be off there. Stove should be off there. We also want to take off the TCAS and the transponder. Flaps would come up. Radars off. So you remember them because you know why you need to switch them off now. I should have done that in the taxi. But again, I was too busy talking. You know. Now we've got lots of replays to look at, folks. Okay? Lots of replays. Let's have a go and knock here. This is not paid airport. But the frames per second were fine. I have mine tied to... let me show you my frames per second here now if I can see it. What the hell? The Fly Live crashing us, folks? 33, 34, 36, 40... I don't know what this is giving us. I tried it to 30, so it should say 30. We got more than 30 there anyway. I think we got more than that, actually, really. Interesting enough. Let's see. I don't know if that's actually right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to general options very, very quickly. Right? And we're going to have a look at... Just before we do the replay. We're going to have a look at the developer mode. And we're going to switch that on. And we're going to see our frames per second. Yeah. Just come on. Wait, okay, so it is saying what it is on the cam. Now it does. It's supposed to be only 30. So I got VSync up. I don't know why it's reading over that. Well, it's fine. Yeah. Let's get rid of dev mode here. And let's do the replays. Replay time. Okay. Ooh. So the takeoff from we're going to do the takeoff from Dublin. We're going to do the landing from we went from Dublin to Cork. We'll do the landing in Cork. We're going to take off from Cork and then the landing in Knock. So let's replay. Pause the replay. Yep. Oh, back a bit. Okay. I do remember. Let it load for a little bit. I'm going to give us some real estate here. Let's get rid of the cam here. You and just my face for the moment. We'll take this off to the other window. And resume replay. Dublin, folks. I think it looks better this side. Very nice. Yeah, the sounds sound a bit odd because it's the replay, okay? And the flaps and everything else. It was quite gutsy here, so it was a little bit sloppy takeoff, but it's a bit too harsh there, I think, the rotation. I'm trying to get my checklist here. Okay. There's the takeoff. Let's pause the replay and go for the landing, which is the big one. This is landing into Cork. We'll have a look at a few views of the landing. Can't see a thing now, we're quite low to the ground. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. I was manual all the way now at some point, wasn't I? I disconnected. No, I don't think I disconnected the autopilot, but I was manual. Can't see anything yet. We are blind, folks. You can see the ground yet. We're very close to the runway. You can barely see the ground now coming into view on the right hand side, lower right hand side of the screen. The weather's live, so the weather's obviously gotten worse in Cork here. There we go, we can see some stuff and things. There's the runway. It's gone again. I love it. The weather is just superb in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can't fault it, can you? I remember we were a bit too high, I think. Oh yeah, it was a bit floaty. See, it likes it adds. It's like it adds a bit of power. There we go. Let's have a look from the side, shall we? Let's have a look at that from the side. It's a little bit rough. Weather conditions, what can you do, you know? Now, I spot the right wheel went off the ground a little bit there. And that's just the crosswind. Very high nose attitude there. And real close up then. Look at that. Those graphics, folks. It's just incredible. Now I have a 4K screen and it just looks... It's a 4K TV screen, right? And it just looks absolutely fantastic. Very high on the nose. I remember that, yeah. It just... look at that right wheel here. There we go. There we go. Look up and there a little bit at the crosswind. Boom. So it... I'm pretty sure it exerts too much pressure. We'll do a passenger view and see how frightened it looks. We'll do a passenger view now and have a look and see how frightened it looked. From the left side. Or right side, excuse me. So let's have a look at that. Oh. Go a little bit back there just to see. There we go. We got no screams anyway, didn't we? They don't call it the Emerald Isle for nothing, says Redcap. This bit when I'm sitting in a real airplane and going, please let me see the runway, please let me see the runway. I used to anyway, I'm not nervous anymore, but I used to be very, very nervous flyer. This looks great. Okay, I do accept the nose is a bit high there. Wasn't the best approach I've ever done, but I'll take it. Go. I'll take it. Shift tab. Or sorry, control spacebar. Okay, we'll take that one. I'll have that. Pause replay. Let's do the takeoff from Cork to Knock. This is a little bit better of a takeoff now, I think. Again, pretty windy. There's the airport there. Get that view in there. I'll slow down the camera a bit so I can do some camera action. I love the wet runway. Up we go. There's weather cocking into wind. Doesn't animate the gear. Okay, I'll take that. It just seems a little bit high in the nose, I'm guessing. And then the landing. Lodi Reaper says, I'd love to visit Ireland. Yeah, it's worth the trip, I think, you know, from everyone who's visited, you know. Certainly. So we can't see anything yet. Where were you from Lonely Reaper again? I thought I just got in my head you're from the UK there. It's kind of like, you know, people come over from the States and you'll visit England and Scotland, and they actually do come to Ireland quite a bit. A lot of people go over to UK and stuff. It's like Irish people going over to Australia. We never visit New Zealand, but we should, and we always regret not doing it. It's money, isn't it? Ah, you are from the UK. Okay, great. So it's easy for you to get here. You know, I think you'll like it. I think you'll realise that you've been missing out on something. You know, there's the nose wheel out to the left there. I think you'll if you get a passport and you get the time, you'll go, oh, okay, well there's this other place beside you. It's actually not so bad, you know. Here we go. See the crab there? So I got the crab right, and it all goes wrong once the wheels touch down, but I don't take responsibility for that. There's that airplane at the centre of the runway again. Oh, I missed the centre line a bit. Loose. Then it goes bad from here. This is where it gets messy. But I'm surprised I held it. But pleased. There's that damn runway in the middle. It always does that. I don't know what that is. Crash. I don't know why it does that. Let's have a look for another angle there. Let's go here and see. But certainly, You may want to move over here. Lonely Reaper says, well, the grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it? So I take that. I'll certainly take that. That's coming into knock now. I'll certainly take that one. And there's those airplanes again. Okay, producer buttons. We're going to finish now soon. But producer buttons. Just hang on, one more. We'll do passenger view now, and then we'll call it a night. Then go back a little bit. Let's get into the cockpit. And passenger view to the right side. But definitely Lonely Reaper. You know. Like I remember an American's coming over here for a wedding, and he didn't want to come over because he thought there was a war on, you know. They were terrified to come over to Ireland because they just got the bad news at the time of all the hassle. And they wouldn't come over, but they realised, oh, that's quite actually far away. It's, you know, television, they always dramatise stuff. But all that stuff is done with now. But yeah, you'll be surprised, I can tell you that much. You'll be surprised when you come over. Pleasantly surprised, of course, you know. It's a short hop. And very nice for the passengers. Firm landing. There we go. There we go, folks. Knock. Redcap says, I worked in Northern Ireland for a while, but that's another story. Northern Ireland is a little bit odd, okay? Northern Ireland, I find, is just a little bit strange. Southern Ireland is a little bit more, well, you know, what you'd expect. Southern Ireland is great. Southern Ireland is the place to go, okay? There you go. But Northern Ireland is beautiful as well. But it'd be interesting to go to both north and south, just to see the difference, you know? Lots of motorways and all sorts of shit's going on down here. So yeah, do come. So folks, do you know what? Thank you very much. Right, first of all, I'd like, before I go, of course, I'd like to say thank you to Ian Bevington, who became a member on YouTube. Ian, thank you for supporting the channel. Also, Flying Michi has gifted a tier 1 sub to Nursak. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much, boys. And thanks for watching, folks. And I'll see you on Sunday's Crazy Madness stream. Where I have to take it a little bit more seriously. Oh, and Buttons wants to say goodbye. She's kind of grabbing me here, and she wants to say goodbye as well. Producer Buttons, do you want to say goodbye? I suppose you want a treat now, isn't it? Producer Buttons. Yes. Ow, it's quite sore on my arm there, Producer Buttons. So Producer Buttons wants to say goodbye. I've no treats here, Buttons. You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait, little dog. I need to get a proper camera, not zoomed way out. So folks, thank you very much, and we'll see you. Thanks a million, Lonely Reaper, and everybody. I hope I can't mention all of you because it's a fair few of you here. So folks, I'll see you, and I'll have to take a break tomorrow. And oh, just buttons are stopping me from getting to the mouse. Yes, just buttons. What? It's just getting very excited. Thank you very much, folks, and we'll see you on Sunday at 9 o'clock.